The era of the budget Mac is officially dead. And honestly, Apple just killed it on purpose. For years, the Mac Mini was the safe choice. It was that little silver box you bought when you couldn't afford a Mac Studio or didn't want the giant screen of an iMac. It was for students, small offices, and people who just wanted Mac OS without the massive Apple tax heart attack. But as we move toward 2026, the leaks coming out of the supply chain are telling a much scarier story for the competition. The Mac Mini M5 isn't just a small update. It isn't a polite spec bump. This is a hostile takeover of the entire desktop market. Apple is turning this tiny 5-inch block into a concentrated weapon of pure power. It is designed to make the Mac Studio look over its shoulder in fear. Internal Apple documents codenamed J873 suggest a massive shift in strategy. Apple has stopped treating the Mini like a secondary device or an affordable afterthought. They are positioning it to be the center of their entire desktop universe. If you thought the jump from the M2 to the M4 was impressive, you haven't seen anything yet. That previous jump gave us better efficiency and a faster neural engine. But the M5 generation is a completely different animal. This is the moment of architectural maturity. We are moving into the second generation of 3-nanometer architecture. Specifically, Apple is using TSMC's enhanced N3P process. This isn't just about cramming more transistors onto a chip. It is about how those transistors talk to each other. It's about reducing latency and optimizing power at a level we have never seen in a consumer computer. The real headline for the M5 isn't just raw clock speed. It is intelligence. For the first time ever, Apple is reportedly integrating AI processing directly into the GPU cores. Usually, AI tasks are isolated in the neural engine. By spreading that workload across the graphics pipeline, we are looking at a staggering 3.5x jump in AI performance. If you are a creator cutting 8K footage or a developer building large language models, this changes your entire life. It is the difference between waiting minutes for a render and waiting seconds. It means you can run massive AI inference locally on your desk instead of paying for a cloud server. Your Mac Mini becomes an autonomous production partner. It can handle background removal, scene detection, and real-time transcription without even breaking a sweat. And since it's all happening locally, your data stays private. Now, let's talk about the design because this is where it gets controversial. Apple already made the Mini smaller with the M4. Most people thought they would just keep that shell for years. But the leaks say there is a secret thermal redesign hidden inside. On the outside, it looks like a sleek aluminum brick. On the inside, it is a beast. There is a new pressure-driven intake system. It draws cool air from the bottom and shoots heat out vertically. Why do this? Because the M5 chip runs hotter and faster than anything Apple has ever put in a box this small. They are using a 3D stacked chip design. They are separating the CPU and GPU onto different levels to manage heat. This means the M5 Mac Mini can stay at peak performance for hours. You won't hear fan noise in your podcasts. You won't see your export time slow down because the system got too hot. Under the hood, even the base M5 is a monster. It is rumored to have a 10-core CPU with a heavy focus on performance cores. Early whispers suggest a 20% jump in multi-threaded performance over the M4. That means everything is faster, from opening apps to complex multitasking. But the Pro tier is where the real disruption happens. Reports say the M5 Pro and M5 Max might share a unified silicon design. This would allow a Mac Mini to tap into 400 gigabytes per second of memory bandwidth. That is the kind of speed that used to be reserved for machines that cost thousands of dollars more. If you are a photographer, moving thousands of raw files, or a music producer with 100 virtual instruments, the wall between entry-level and professional is finally crumbling. Connectivity is another area where Apple is looking to dominate. Thunderbolt 5 is coming to the Pro lineup. It is a total game changer. We are talking about transfer speeds of 120 gigabits per second. At that speed, your external drives feel just as fast as your internal storage. You can run 3 6K displays at 120 Hz from a box that fits in the palm of your hand. Think about that for a second. A device that people used to call entry-level can now power a professional-grade wall of monitors with room to spare. This raises a huge question. What happens to the Mac Studio? The Studio might have to move into ultra-high core counts just to stay relevant. Meanwhile, the Mini becomes the default choice for almost everyone on Earth. The arrival of the M5 is also about a massive shift in manufacturing. By using a single massive chip design for both the Pro and Max tiers, Apple is optimizing yields like never before. This is how they keep the price relatively accessible while delivering performance that leaves Windows PCs in the dust. Think about the average custom PC builder. They thrive on offering value at every price point. But how do you compete with a tiny box that uses less power than a light bulb but renders video faster than a liquid-cooled tower? You can't. Apple is making the choice so simple that it actually feels like they are cheating. They are leaning into their efficiency superpower. Even as performance climbs, the electricity cost stays low and your workspace stays quiet. This shift is also cultural. The Mac Mini has always been the hidden Mac. You tuck it behind a screen or hide it under a desk. But now it's the centerpiece. Students graduating into creative fields don't need to save up for a giant workstation anymore. They can buy a Mini and have a studio-grade setup on day one. Production house.